We will now look into the functionality CSV ports, which is a part of the Essential module. You find the CSV ports either by searching for CSV ports or going to Continia Finance Setup. Here you find CSV ports under Setup and CSV ports. The CSV ports can be used to import master data, such as customers and vendors, inventory. It can be used for importing things into different journals. It could be a sustainability journal, it could be a GL journal, item journal, anything. So it's very flexible, and it can be used to export data as well in a flexible manner. Kind of reminds you of the configuration package standard in Business Central. Here I create new on the plus new button, and I can set up a configuration. I'll call it demo. Then I have a description to give it a bit better overview. If it's not the same person using the import every time, it might be a good idea to give it a good description. As you can see, there's a lot of setup that can be done, but most of it is self-explaining and gives a good view of what the different things does. Again, I'll call it demo. Then you have to select in which direction am I using this CSV port. Is it for import or export? I'll choose import. File name, if it's an export, it's nice to have a file name you can just add. And one of the things that is needed is to give it a table number or select which table you want to import or export data to and from. In this case, I want to import customers. Unlike the configuration package, it's easy to set up the lines by rebuilding from file, select from table, or just starting on your own. For the easiest start is to rebuild from file, and I select that, and then I'll import my file. I have a small file here, and you can see it contains a number, name, address, city, business posting group, currency code, and then it contains a list of customers. Say open. In the area of CSV port lines, you can see it creates a number of rows, which is the same as the columns in the CSV file. In this case, the header in the file was number, name, address, city, and so on, and that could be identified as the same fields in Business Central. Sometimes it's not as easy, and you can click on a file and select a new Business Central field. So it could have been that the one saying it was city, that was really perhaps address 2. But in this case, I'll just leave it. We have a lot of more fields where we can add information. If I just maximize the window, you can see we have possibility to add some fixed text. We can select not to validate data. We can use a number series. We can increment value, for example, line number if importing into a journal. In the Imports Fast tab section, I have some different possibilities to manipulate, for example, date format, set my decimal separators if I am handling amounts. But for this, I'll just say I want to skip my first line, which was my header line. So if you don't have one, you just leave it and it'll take the first line as data. If you have more lines, you add 2, 3, and so on. On each field, there's a possibility to edit and manipulate some data, but for now, we'll just not go into edit field or mapping. We'll just try and import these data. So this should mean that we'll get some new customers created. I'll click on Home, select Import. Now I have to select my file, select Import, and now I can go to my customer list and see that I have now created the same customers that was in my file from a Danish supermarket chain, and an easy way to import master data. As I said, this tool can be used to import all sorts of data, and the definitions can be exported and imported in different Business Centrals to allow easy transfer of data.